Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mike your business radio program. I'm your host, Mike King, part of the Mike King Radio Network. Yes, as well as international business. What we do is we talk to the game changers. We showcase our game today. We showcase how business can go. It is an honor. It is a Sunday family came back. So it's the one and only Rita Ricks is here. Welcome back, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Already, so tell folks who you are, what you do for the few people who don't know.
For the few people who don't know, so I am a spiritual business. What I do is show women and some really smart men how to remove the barriers that are preventing them from creating the life they were born to live.
Sometimes, so now I always talk to you about the really cool things. And sometimes, like now, the whole diversity piece is hot in this.
Yeah, it is.
And a few years ago was total quality management. There's always something. Sometimes people miss out on the spiritual side. I always talk about business side better. Talk about what the spiritual side of business does and how you see it.
So I believe that we as business owners cannot separate our person from our business. You can't have a vision about personal and a vision about business because you own the business. So the vision should follow you both personal and professional. So when you create your growth plan, you have to put in vacation time for your kids, just like you put in the business piece,
Okay.
And because we are just one person. And I believe that our business, if we're in it because we feel that's our goal, that's our vision, is to be in this business, then we have to be all in and we have to be able to take care of our mind, body, and spirit in order to be able to run that business. And I can't talk to you as a business person without asking about your family, without asking about your health, and without asking about where are you today. Because we are not in this by ourselves. We were each sent to this planet to do something.
Rita Ricks dropping nuggets. So I got to mention certain things that you told me. I can't spend a lot of time on a whole bunch of topics. Let's talk about the power of style.
Yes, yes.
There you go.
So I believe that the solution is in the silence. And so we say mindfulness. What I am saying is, no, let me just say this. People tell me all the time, well, I pray, I'm always talking to God, I'm always talking to God. I'm asking, but are you listening? Because he created us and he knows where he wants us to go. He already knows the drama that's coming. So we need to listen to him to get direction, And the more we practice silence, the more we're able to discern what he's saying from our own head. Because I will tell you, if I'm hearing you need to go out and buy 10 pair of shoes, that's probably not.
Practicing discernment.
Practicing discernment.
So can I be a movie or do I have
we get 24 hours, 7 days a week. Why can't we give the universe 30 minutes? We're not on this planet with how we think. We're on this planet to follow instructions and directions for our life. It makes it so much easier than us trying to figure it out. And so the silence is simply, we journal first, we then listen to the motivational piece, and then we're silent. And I just shut down. I have an eye mask, and I shut down. And there's things that come in and out, but when something comes in, I just allow it to go because I may be thinking about what I'm going to eat for lunch. You don't get mad, just be graceful and go, let it go. The more you practice, the more the silence comes in, and it is an awesome feeling of just being. Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
That's being. We're being in the moment.
All right, take you to my next.
Mm-hmm.
So you just touched on being in the moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Drop some nuggets.
When we spend our time focusing on yesterday, we're really being a victim because something happened to me. And so it's like we're complaining about it. When we spend our time in the future, we are typically fearful because we don't know what's going to happen. If we spend our time in today, in this moment, we then get, just like you shared something with me a few minutes ago, I heard it, I'm going to act on it. So I believe that if we stay in the moment, well, it's a given. If we stay in the moment, time will never end. So it doesn't matter how old I am. It only matters that I'm in the moment to listen to what I'm supposed to hear and to act on that.
like layered on
Yes.
all those things.
Yes.
So the Rita Ricks of 2023, what part do you say that the early 2000s play?
Oh gosh, we evolve every day. We evolve every day. And we are creating our life every day. Everything that I say and everything that I think is what happens to me. So I had a client who was supposed to be down at the beach the other day at 5 o'clock, but she had planned a meeting that went from 8 to 2, and then she had to go home and get the dog, and then she had to take the dog, and then she was late for the session, and she was just wired. And that's her creating her own reality. Had she canceled, not done the meeting, you see what I'm saying? We do things and then we're mad because they happen, but we create it. And so for me, I've just been, thank goodness, I've been listening for a while and I pay attention. And it was the silence when I went to Richmond Hill, over on Gray Street, and I took a 2-year program called RUA, which is breath. And it was about teaching you how to be a spiritual direction. Well, I'm Baptist, didn't know anything about spiritual direction, but I learned about spirit in that 2 years. And let me tell you this, we were required to be silent for 24 hours, 6 times in those 2 years. The first time I did it, there was just so much coming at me that from then on, when I did it in those 2 years, I brought a flip chart to write down everything that was coming at me because I was quiet. You sleep too, but it's just when you're not trying to think about what you're going to say next. Whoa.
So when you're in,
Mm-hmm.
and so think about it.
Straight up.
So here you are. What's the first 3 or 4 hours like when you have to class?
So for us over at Richmond Hill, it would start at 4. I would go to my room, which is very bare because it used to be a nunnery years ago. It was very bare. And I just kind of sit and I'm quiet. They have dinner. We wear a sign that says silence. I sit in a separate room. So I'm really just getting my head right. I'm listening. I will tell you this, the food tastes amazing because you're actually tasting it rather than talking, you know. You go to bed fairly early because you don't have anybody to talk to. So you're just, listening to the sound. Richmond Hill is right down way near Carey Street. And so you can hear the noises and it just sends you to sleep. The next day you wake up, breakfast, and you're by yourself. And then I go in a room and I just start to write. I just start to write. And I'm hearing.
Let's talk about journal. You know this is not
I know.
regular.
I know.
Interview.
This is us. This is us.
Alrighty, so please go back. Explain to me what you say. And I think
Right. So journaling for me is my dear godlet. So every morning when I get up, I am connecting with whom I call God and saying, give me my instructions for the day. I'm going to listen. I'm committed. I am courageous, blah, 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 blah. That all goes in my journal. Anything that I'm upset about goes in my journal because I know he's going to take care of it. I trust him so much that the journal is just for me to download whatever happened yesterday. So I don't have to spend today on it. Today is the 23rd of January. We will never see the 23rd of January again. Why would I waste it? Because I'm thinking about yesterday or planning tomorrow. Why would I waste it? We're never going to see this day again. And again, you've already given me a nugget. You've already given me something that I'm going to follow up on. Just by me being here today and just by us talking. That's the value of listening because I'm expecting, okay, just listen. And so the more you practice silence, the more your brain opens up so that you're not, again, focusing on yesterday. It's just today.
okay.
Journaling is, I'm sorry, because the journaling is important and that's the legacy for my children. No, because nobody is looking at it. Yeah, and I love that. Some people type, it's pen to paper. I love that.
Okay.
Ever.
They wrote down your things. Talk about the
I just,
legacy.
and what I do is just talk about what I'm grateful. There's so much to be grateful. And we had a good weekend, and there were surprises in the weekend because we just had the Burn Vision Beach Retreat. And so I was really recapping that this morning and just being grateful for what I saw, for what the women experienced, for the breakthroughs that we had. When you send out grateful, you get back grateful. If you cussing and fussing and mad all the time, you're going to get back cussing and fussing and mad all the time because it's the law of attraction.
You attract what you put out.
That's it.
Already so.
RitaRicks.com.
Okay. Let's talk to.
Okay.
So, you just had. Let's
This
talk
weekend.
about.
So we had what we call the Burn Vision Beach Retreat. We come in on Friday and we begin to talk about what needs to be just completely deleted from your life. So we spend time on that. I mean, within 10 minutes, we've got tears because it really that we open your heart space for you to really realize what you're holding on to that doesn't matter anymore. You know, it doesn't matter. So we spend time Friday night talking about ourselves and who we are. And we've got a couple of surveys that we take. The next morning, we spend time talking about the silence. And then that evening, we talk about your vision moving forward. And then Sunday morning, we have paper that dissolves in the water. You put on there from this weekend, what do you not want to hold on to any longer? Person, place, thing, behavior, action, words, whatever you don't want, put them on here and then let them go in the water. You see it dissolve. That's an action.
So you done it.
Mm-hmm.
But here,
If they stay connected, that's a good point because we offer several ways that you can stay connected, including what we just created, the Transformation Tribe. That is a membership. So I'm going to stay connected with you. I'm sending articles to you, and you stay connected and we have a call once a month so you can stay accountable. Okay, because that's the thing. It's not that people don't want to do it. It's just they need, they need help. I have a fitness trainer because I wouldn't ever lift nothing if it wasn't for him, So we need people who in our lives who hold us accountable, who care for us, and who will help us to get there. We are not meant to do things by ourselves. We just aren't.
Rita Ricks is one of my. It's a man version of the
I got guys.
You
I
do?
got guys, and guys typically when they meet me and we talk, decide right away I want to work with you. Women say, I'm not sure. Guys go, look, this is what I need.
Because when you, like you said, when you start off, and 10 minutes, people, guys, if they're comfortable, let it go. Because for the most part, they don't touch this stuff.
I know.
How you doing? I'm good.
It's gone. That's right. That's right. But my guys, they're, because it's the same. It's the same concept. They want to go deeper, and they need to know how. And mind you, I don't help people. I show them. I show them how to remove those barriers. And a lot of times those barriers are dads or somebody who just put something in their head 50 years ago and they're still holding on to that and it's living in their head rent free. So we go deep and then we figure out what that barrier is. Let it go. And that's a whole new freedom. It's a whole new level of living.
Rita Ricks is
Wow. I saw silence that was so needed.
the world got so much.
The world got sent home and and it wasn't an accident. It wasn't an accident, Now I'm very sad for those folks who were at home with bullies or abusers, or that makes me sad, or children who used to get food at school and then they couldn't. Those are things that were sad. But for the majority of us, it was a time to be quiet and to reevaluate. How am I going to do what? And I had a Facebook Live every day because it was like, what you going to do when you come out of this? You going to do the same thing?
Yeah. What's like?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's
That's right. That's right.
We used to have moments of silence. Like,
Exactly. You're right.
yeah, because it was talking about that. A moment of silence. Now we do it
We did Pledge Allegiance,
yeah,
and we were silent. Got
for
it.
a moment. We just already so far thinking. How do you figure out the exact thing? Do you have a event plan?
Yeah. Yeah, but first we're gonna do April 29th.
Okay.
We're gonna have the Little Black Dress Day Affair. It's gonna be at the Main Street Station. I have some Deepwood Johnson who wrote Yellow White. If you haven't read it, get it. Because the site is Lumpkin's Jail, which is right across the street from Main Street Station, where we're gonna have Little Black Dress Day Affair. It's called Little Black Dress because you have to wear a little black dress. This is only for women.
Yeah.
And I ask you to wear your heels to the door, even if you gotta put on your flats when you get inside. So you can, what I want you to do, because that's not quite up on my website, go to ritaricks.com. On the first page, it says register for my newsletter. And then you will be informed of everything that we're doing. It's gonna be amazing because the Yellow White again. And many of you are not from Richmond, and you may be from Richmond and don't know anything about Lumpkin's Jail. It was called the 7.5 acres. I'm gonna leave it there. Look, Google it. It was something. And then October 10th through 19th, we are going to the Republic of Ghana. And it's just because I've always wanted to go. And so we're gonna see it. We're gonna visit.
So how?
Because you know what? All you gotta do is ask. It'll come. All you gotta do is ask, and it will come. That's all you have to do is ask for it, and then wait patiently. And what I say is, what I do today forms my tomorrow. So when I asked for it, then I started to get an agency that, a travel agency that would help you. So you ask, and then again, the ideas start to come, and you say, you know what? I need a travel agent, and then I need this in the silence. And I need this, and now tonight is our information session. We have about 60 people registered, and we have limited seats. So tonight should be really cool. So there's still time to register. RitaRicks.com. Go register. So you can see itinerary. We're going to be in 4 different hotels. So we're moving while we're there. And then I'm going to train my host staff one day, and then we will have a networking with the Minister of Business and hopefully some women from over there.
Rita Ricks, touch on a legacy party. And explain to our listeners, this is on the Mike King, Rita Ricks is here with us. Explain to our listeners when you said what you do, what you're planning on doing with your journal.
My journals are all packed away. I mean, like the kids say, they could see them at any time, but they don't. The journals are for my kids to know more about me when I'm gone. My kids, because I've shared so much in there, shared stuff about them. I've shared stuff, all kinds of stuff in there. And like I said, one of them said, Mom, we could look at it now. I said, but you're not interested. You will want to know more about me after I'm gone.
So you're saying, whatever happened on July 17th of 1997, when you were feeling a certain way, they go through that and look and say, oh, I remember that day Mom was.
Exactly.
And we don't do that as a people for the most part.
Yeah.
We do a little verbal here. Maybe we might pass down a Bible. But what you were thinking on that day.
It's like when I found out on this particular Friday that they found a lump in my right breast. And I remember going home and I just wrote in my journal saying, I don't know what this is about, God, but I trust you. I know it's going to be all right. And I had asked, he said, well, when do you want to have surgery? I said, Monday. He said, well, that's kind of soon. I said, I want this, whatever it is, out on Monday. I didn't have surgery till 7 o'clock Monday night, but I had surgery. Went home the next day, and it was just, you have to expect.